So this is the Bear Mountain Bridge hammock. I did a little bit of a modification here. I utilized the whoopee slings on this particular hammock. I also picked up a hammock gear dynamic tarp to lower the weight. And this is the setup that I have here. I utilize the bottom pocket here of the hammock for my bottom installation. I do not use a bottom quilt, an underquilt. Now, a little bit of a note here. I am a warm sleeper, so I don't need the extra warmth, but what I utilize is the pad from ThermoRest that has the baffles running crossways, and this has got like an R6 insulation in it. And what happens in this particular configuration is this particular hammock, I'll show you, when you blow up the pad inside the sleeve, you can see here that this hammock has a completely roadbed type flat lay, and I have no shoulder squeeze on this hammock when I'm sleeping in it. As a result, I can turn left, right, sleep on my stomach. And last night, it was, like I said, it was down to like 28 degrees. I have a hammock gear burrow, economy burrow, 20-degree top quilt. And as you can see, there's no bottom insulation. As far as the hardware, one of the things I want to show you about the Bear Mountain Bridge hammock that is real important. Some people don't realize this. When you put your spreader bars in, these are the stock spreader bars that came from Jack's or Better. Now, I've had this bridge hammock since about 2017, so I've had it for 4 years, and I take it out with me when I go. Some people don't realize is when you clip into this ring, these are the stock rings, and you can see they're all rusted. They've whooped up, some rust has formed on them. But when you clip into the bottom of that ring, as you can see right here, what this does is it transfers the full pressure to the whole strap. When you clip into the top, on my first hammock, at the top right here, when I was clipping into the top, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you were to do this way, when you put your weight on it, it puts a lot of stress right up in here. My first hammock actually had a rip that started happening right here. So just a little bit of some instruction right here. When you set this hammock up, put it in the bottom of the ring. Now, of course, I took the stock slings off this, and I'm using AM steel, two leads right here, and of course Dutchware's whoopee bridge hammock clips right here, and then going up on my whoopee sling to the straps. Now, my trees that are sitting here in my backyard are kind of close, so but I do use the lightweight tree hugger type situation with the whoopee sling hooked into the loop. One of the other things that's a little different for me, on my tarp, is I utilize these bungee type connectors right here that allows for when the wind happens. I could have put some shock cord in here if I wanted to, but I found this to be very convenient, because if for some reason I need to attach things together, it becomes very convenient. Now, you'll notice I have 1, 2, 3, there's another one there's 4 of them on the 4 corners. They always stay in my when I wrap things up for the day, they always stay in my pack, and everything gets wrapped up all in one shot. So I'm going to take this down, but I thought you might find this interesting to see how this particular hammock has a very flat lay with that pad in it. And when I wrap everything up, I let the air out and I wrap it all up in my hammock. I roll it up so that I don't have to take the pad in and out. I just deflate it, fold it, roll it up, put it in its bag, and then when I deploy it the next time, it's already there. All I have to do is just blow up the pad. One of the other things I want you to see is on this particular hammock, and if you see my hips right here, I don't know if you can see this or not. I have this up to about where my hips are. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here's my hips. I always hang it right here so that when I sit in this particular hammock, and I'll do that now, you'll see that I still have room right barely for where my feet hit. And I find that this is the perfect height to just set it up about hip height, maybe a little taller, even up to the small of my back. That's the height that I use. And I always stick my bags back into the little pockets right here make sure I keep all my storage, as well as, you know, the bag for the pillow. These gloves are here from last night. But I always utilize everything so that when I get ready to break down, everything is always stored with my hammock. And when I get ready to fold this up, and I'm going to zip this back up real quick, like I'm trying to do this one-handed. You'll notice that on this hammock, when it's set up, when the screen is zipped up, it's not real tight. There's some play in it. So that's the proper way that this hammock right here should be set up for the summertime. Now it's, like I said, it's wintertime right now. Today is about 45 degrees, but last night it got down to about 28. I don't tend to use the screen unless there's some wind. Now I will put the screen in play because it does cut down on the wind chill a little bit. But anyway, that's a wrap on the Jacks Are Better Bear Mountain Bridge hammock, which is my go-to hammock. I'll be taking it out this weekend when I go up to the AT and doing some backpacking up there. Hope you found this helpful.